My love affair with short row colourwork continues now, but this time I'm combining it with another subject that I love, which is sweater knitting. And this leads me to our spring knit along, which is the row by row cardigan. This is creating a deliberate imbalance in our short row colourwork, which will create the shaping for the short rows on the neck. So you've got short row colourwork here and here, and then you've got some of those taken out across here. So let's take a little look at this technique. This is short row colourwork, and I began my journey into short row colourwork a few years ago with Woolly Wormhead's book Short Row Colourwork, where I did a scarf pattern, and it really kind of piqued my curiosity and got me very curious about experimenting a little bit more with it. So more recently, I have done for our Spring Seasons Club, I've gone ahead and I've done the Ohm Wave scarf, which uses short row colourwork in a scarf project. But that brings us to this cardigan, where we're taking it and actually incorporating the short row colourwork technique within a garment, which creates both some really interesting end effects, but also a few challenges as you went through the design process. So the way the whole thing is fit together, to begin with, the basic construction is quite similar to the Ravi cardigan or Ravi Nua, if you have knit that before. With that one, the top section is similar to this, as in it is worked from side to side in the round using short rows to actually shape the yoke so that the top part of the yoke is smaller, the bottom part is wider because of the fact that you've got short rows creating the difference between the top and the bottom. And then the rest of the body is picked up from there. Separate the sleeves and you work this separately. So the difference with this is you're also introducing this short row colourwork visual interest, where you're striping in the garter stitch with 2 short rows. The kind of techniques we look at is how you can swap between one colour and another at the top, going in 2 colours in one row, how you can balance the end of the row when you change from colour to no colour. So when you are not trying to create the shaping, you want to create balance so that every stitch is worked the same number of times. It's the same when you're working on the body. We've got, these are all worked in the round in one piece, and you've got this worked with yarn on one side and this worked with the second contrast yarn on the other side. So you're going lengthwise back and forth, you're creating little infills for short rows as you go along. So the techniques obviously are not by themselves very difficult. You're using garter stitch and you've got German short rows. The kind of things that you're going to be paying attention to in this is keeping rows balanced in this, making sure that you keep your pattern consistent, because when you've got a very graphic design like this, anything where you miss a row or you've kind of fudged it, it's going to be a lot more obvious. So this is all about the details. Now let's take a look at the yarn that we used for the cardigan. The sample that I've knit here is Life in the Long Grass Sport Weight, which is a merino yarn, and it's in obviously a sport weight, and it's superwash. So you have to be careful with the gauge, and you have to, as you're going through with the superwash, make sure that the blocked gauge, if it's a little bigger, you are not knitting to the gauge on your needles, you're knitting to the block gauge. So when you block it, it's going to come out the size you want. You're going to primarily need a single colour. So you've got, this is the main colour in the background. You'll need different sizes, or going to obviously have different amounts. All of the sizes will just use a single skein of 100 grams of the contrast colour. So it means that perhaps you've got one that's solid that you need to buy the yarn for, but perhaps you have a single skein of one that's kind of interesting with it. So you can play around, swatch, see what looks good. So that's the first kit that we've put up. The other ones we've done are, so this is Nua Sport, again, sports weight. It is not superwash. It's a mix between merino, yak and linen. And most importantly, with all of the options, what you're going to get is a really nice stitch definition, and in particular a yarn that looks well in garter stitch. So you don't want the stitches too loose. You want to have a nice firmness or a definition to the stitches when you're knitting in garter stitch and when you're working short rows. You can go a higher contrast with the colours like this, or you can also keep something where the colours are a little closer and have very subtle colour combinations. Third kit we have is our BioBalance. So this here is, it's a mix between merino wool and a cotton, so 50-50. It's because you've got cotton in it, it's going to have a little bit more weight to it, but it still gives a really crisp stitch definition. It's very affordable, and if you're going to want something that you'll wear a lot in the summer, the fact that it's 50% cotton is a huge advantage, I think. You may of course be working from stash, so you'll have all of the yarn amounts that you need in the pattern. It's given in yardage, it's given in meters. So just check that you've got enough yarn in the quantity you need, and then swatch it up. Do you get gauge? Does it look good in garter stitch? Does the two work well when they're striped? If you're kind of a little unsure as to how bright or how subtle the tonal difference is, try taking a photograph, changing it to black or white, and you can get a feel for what it looks like. So, you know, you may have some really good options possibly in your stash. Just kind of dig through and experiment and swatch. If you're new to our knit along, you need to know how it all runs. The first thing you're going to want to do is you want to get ready for the pre-sale when it first of all goes live. So that is going to be on the 5th of March, where you'll be able to buy a kit and you'll be able to buy the pattern, where you will initially get the information PDF with all of the yarn information, the actual schematic with the sizing and the gauge. So all of that, you're going to need to check your swatch and check what size you're going to knit to get started with. We will of course also have our video workshops, which we do every time for our knit along. So every time a clue is launched, you will get access to a new section of videos that will go live at the same time. And you're going to have access to our Knit Hub forum, which is our community sport, where you get to chat with other knitters, see how they're getting on and what it's all about. So if you want to make sure that you do not miss this launch, then down in the description below, you'll be able to find a link to our newsletter. So you will be the first to know all about the pre-sale. Now, if you're watching this video after it's already gone on sale, what you'll find down below is a link to the pattern. So don't worry, you will not miss out, because there's a full month where we're going to be working on swatching, finding the right yarn. It means that you have plenty of time to jump in and join the knit along fun. I'm looking forward to seeing you in early April to get started with this knit along. I hope you enjoy it as much as I liked knitting with all those stripes.